Today, we're taking a detailed look at this TH12 War CWL Base, a defensive layout designed to make enemy attacks unpredictable, slow down troop progression, and protect the most important structures with multiple layers of defense. This base may look symmetrical at first, but once you look closer, you'll notice that almost every section has a purpose. The core is heavily compartmentalized, the town hall is surrounded by defensive coverage, and the outer ring is designed to make clean funneling much harder. So stay with me until the end, because we're going to break this base down from the center all the way to the outer edges. And around the middle of the video, I'll also show you exactly where you can get the base link. Let's start with the heart of the base. Right in the center, we have a compact defensive core surrounded by several layers of walls. The Town Hall 12 is positioned inside the main structure rather than being exposed on the perimeter. Around it, several important defenses create overlapping coverage, making the town hall difficult to reach without committing a significant portion of the attacking army. One of the biggest strengths of this core is the compartment layout. Instead of allowing troops to walk through one large open area, the walls create multiple small sections and intersections. This forces ground troops to repeatedly change direction as they move through the base. That is extremely useful in War CWL, because predictable pathing is exactly what attackers want. Around the town hall, the Inferno towers, X-bows, and other high-value defenses are positioned to cover important entry routes. Their range allows them to continue attacking troops as they move between compartments. The defensive pressure becomes even stronger when enemy troops try to break into the core, because they can potentially be targeted from several directions at once. Moving just outside the center, we find another defensive layer containing additional high damage and support defenses. The wizard towers help provide splash damage against groups of troops, while cannons and archer towers add consistent point damage. This combination creates a balanced defensive network against both ground and air attacks. The resource buildings are also distributed around the interior instead of being placed in one easy-to-reach cluster. This is useful in war because it prevents an attacker from gaining excessive value from one entry point. If you're planning to use this base for your next war or CWL, now is the perfect time to grab the layout. The base link is available in the description of this video. Simply open the description, find the Town Hall 12 War CWL base link, and copy it directly into Clash of Clans. But don't leave just yet, because the outer sections are just as important as the core. Moving toward the upper side of the base, you can see several defensive buildings and structures positioned behind separate wall compartments. These sections act as a buffer zone. Enemy troops deployed from the top cannot immediately reach the town hall. They first have to clear outside structures, break through walls, and then deal with another defensive compartment. The left and right sides follow a similar concept. There are multiple buildings placed around the perimeter, creating distance between the deployment area and the important defenses inside. This makes funneling much more difficult. If the attacker places their troops too far to one side, the army can begin walking around the outside instead of entering the core. Once that happens, valuable heroes, spells, and troops can be wasted before they ever reach the town hall. Let's move down toward the bottom. The lower section contains another series of compartments with defenses and valuable structures positioned behind the walls. Notice how the walls don't create one simple straight path. Instead, they produce a series of turns and junctions. This can force troops to spend more time moving between compartments while defensive structures continue dealing damage. The outermost buildings also contribute to the defensive delay. Collectors, storage buildings, army buildings, and other structures are spread around the perimeter. giving attackers additional targets to clear before reaching the inner defenses. And while the exact trap locations aren't visible from the image, the compartment entrances and likely troop pathways provide excellent areas for traps to punish predictable attacks. Looking at the entire base now, the strategy becomes clear. This Town Hall 12 War and CWL base is built around compartmentalization, unpredictable pathing, layered defenses, and centralized protection. The Town Hall is difficult to access directly, the core contains strong defensive coverage, and the outer ring makes it harder for attackers to create a clean funnel. For CWL, where every star can make a difference, forcing an attacker into an awkward path can be just as valuable as simply increasing defensive damage. So if you want to test this layout yourself, check the link in the description and copy the base into your Clash of Clans account. And if you found this base breakdown useful, don't forget to like this video, share it with your clanmates, and subscribe to the channel for more Town Hall base designs. Make sure you also turn on the notification bell, so you'll be the first to know when the next war, CWL, hybrid, farming, or trophy base is uploaded. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your next war. Defend those stars, and I'll see you in the next base breakdown.